Namaskar. The video which we are going to shoot now is about development and use of teaching learning material, low cost teaching aids, etc. based on number, scale and impact of innovations and experiments. First of all, I would like to talk about teaching learning material. First, let me talk about what is teaching learning material and low cost teaching aids. After this, I would like to talk about how I use this teaching material to make my class more interesting. Next, I would like to mention what are the low-cost teaching aids and how I use them in my classes. Teaching learning material means instructional material which we use in our day-to-day life to develop different language skills. It is any material used by teacher to enhance their teaching to be more comprehensive and effective in the classroom. In education, teaching learning material often referred to as instructional materials that teachers can use to teach. The teaching learning materials can be divided into three major types. Audio aids, which pertain to listening. These aids help to learn by stimulating the auditory senses. It helps in learning language as it mainly focuses on communication skills. They contain songs, rhyme, rhythm and music which are involved with learning. Second point in this regard is visual aids. It pertains to seeing. These aids help to learn by stimulating the visual organs, diagrams, caricatures, lines, patterns, colorful imagery, bright colors and so forth, which contribute as visual aids. Third one is audio visual aids. This includes both listening and seeing. These combine the audio and visual aids in one. They engage both the hearing and visual organs of the students to understand something effectively. They are highly attractive. For example, LCD, projector, television, computer, virtual classroom, YouTube videos, learning apps available in different walks of life and so forth. Let us now talk about the characteristics of good learning material. It includes the learning materials appealing to the learners, using of designs, learning new concepts and ideas, providing appropriate knowledge to students and enhancing the learning environment in the class and so on. Let us now talk about what are the different types of teaching learning materials. The definition of teaching learning materials means that it encompasses a huge variety of resources, writing prompts, flashcards, modeling, clay, visual aids, story, books, videos, games, apps are some teaching learning materials commonly used in the classroom. As a teacher, I myself develop and use different types of teaching learning material which makes my class more interesting. Let me now talk about low-cost teaching aids, its meaning and what is its role in our classroom. Low-cost teaching aid refers to an aid prepared with simple materials costing very little by involving teacher and student. They involve minimal input costs as they are made from household waste and discarded items or from materials readily available in our immediate surroundings and natural environments. Low-cost teaching aids can be used at every stage. Of course, the type as well as number of aids to be used in each subject would vary from one class to another. Primary and middle class students can be engaged in making simple items with rudimentary materials such as bits of paper, cardboard, using scissors, glue, etc. Whereas senior school students could develop teaching aids using metal, wood, plastic, rubber, etc. Appropriate use of available waste materials at low cost or no cost experimental arrangement, model project or activity lead to development of creative skill, and through the creative skills the child acquires the basic objectives of learning English knowledge, understanding and application. It will be an achievement for a teacher if he can bring a situation where he uses low cost or no cost teaching material and the student comes forward with a new idea to create the aids for himself. Now let me talk about what are the advantages of low cost teaching aids. Low cost teaching aids have an advantage of offering learning by doing approach to the teaching learning process. When teachers and students plan, produce or create their own educational materials, they invariably manifest pride and pleasure in utilizing them to the maximum. Some of these advantages which I would like to talk about here are: it is economical as well as interesting. It may have the maximum participation of students. It can be retained for long term. It promotes interaction. There is no fear of loss as it is not too costly. There is no costly maintenance and repair. It is very useful. One could be self-reliant with the help of these aids. It is very helpful for teacher and it encourages group work. Thus, keeping in view the main characteristics and advantages of teaching learning material, I always try to use audio aids, video aids and audio video aids. That is all three types of aids in my classroom. It not only helps me to make the teaching learning process more interesting, the students also learn a lot and develop different types of skills. So far as the above mentioned low cost teaching aids are concerned, they also help my students to develop different skills. At the same time, they also develop confidence in themselves. These innovations and experiments definitely go a long way to develop the all-round development of the personality of the students. Thank you very much.